Dawnlands. This game has been referred to by many as a Genshin Impact knockoff, but actually I'd call it a Breath of the Wild copy, because it is just that similar. I mean, almost every system in the game is a direct borderline shameless copy of what you would see in Breath of the Wild. The opening sequence, items that break, how you use them, the trees that fall and become, well, wood, resources, how you collect it, the map, horse riding, and taming, cooking, you name it. Even the whole fucking aesthetics, it is just like Breath of the Wild. Not to mention, you can also use your shield as a sled. Come on. It took way too much inspiration from Breath of the Wild for my taste, but anyway, let's talk about the game. Graphics are really nice for a mobile game. Fairly well optimized too. I mean, my phone is not exactly a powerhouse, and it runs just fine. It has an online mode, a sandbox mode, and a single player mode. So what's the difference? Well, this game works a little bit like what you would see, let's say, in Terraria or Minecraft. You can either play alone, or you can play with friends, but the way it works is you host sort of a world that they can come into and play with you. Meanwhile, Sandbox is sort of like creative mode in Minecraft, if that makes sense. Anyway, there are some towers that you can teleport through the map, and you can then unlock new areas, just like Breath of the Wild. There are some enemies spread out through the map that you can face, just like Breath of the Wild. I should probably stop saying that because it's gonna be quite frequent here. And you can even find dungeons to go into. There's a crafting system, there's PvP, and there are clans. The story, well, it's not the best, but hey, it's there. Character creation, now that is pretty cool. I mean, there are all sorts of sliders, the menus are pretty robust, so you can pretty much customize your character however you wish. There's a lot of freedom here. Some negatives are that at the beginning of the game, it's a little bit difficult to collect resources, because, well, your backpack is quite small. Although you can expand it while you play the game, it just takes a while. Another problem related to the backpack is that the maximum you can have of a given item in the slot is 50. So, well, besides weight, you're always looking for more slots. Anyway, there are also some items that just cannot be joined together, like arrows, exactly the same, but you just can put them together and stack them, so they take even more space than they're supposed to. The backpack is separated from equipments and resources, and many times you can forget that. The cooking system, much like Breath of the Wild, swear I'm gonna stop that soon, it gives you some bonuses, you know? But there's also like, don't forget your food in the fire, or it can, well, it can become completely charred. There is a crafting system. You can make some equipment to wear of different tiers, accessories that can be combined to obtain better attributes, and there are different weapons that you can specialize in. Now, here's something unique to this game: building. When building, you have a few options. You can either get a humble hut, a house made of wood, or even a castle made of stones. And you can also decorate the place, which is quite nice. The equipment you use for crafting can be quite big. Everything would probably only fit in the castle. If you want to build somewhere though, you gotta prepare the terrain with your pickaxe. Now, there's something else that is quite unique to this game, and I quite like it. There's sort of a practice system, skill system let's say, where the more you do a certain action, the better you get at it. The skill goes up. For example, if you jump several times, your jumping level will increase, and eventually you get to jump higher. But that works for weapons as well. I mean, you could either focus on a single weapon, or just diversify. Not even mounts are excluded from this system. You can make them faster. And talking about mounts, there is the option to tame, like I said before. You know, if you find them on the map, all you gotta do is just like you would in Breath of the Wild, and tame them. There's a store as well. There you can find some packages that can help you in combat, crafting, building, decoration, exploration, skins, and blah blah blah. But there are also some helpers that can give you some passives and can help you out in combat while you journey through the world of Dawnlands. Now, my final verdict. Well, I'd probably leave it aside for a while. This is only the second beta, keep that in mind, so a lot could change. But it just doesn't really scratch that Breath of the Wild itch for me quite well. A lot of the systems are really nice, some very welcome additions, like the skill system, and you can just upgrade your actions and so on, building as well, but it just doesn't feel polished enough for me yet. I don't find myself having the will to play this game too much. Anyway, you should definitely keep an eye on it, because when it does launch for real, it might be quite a heavy hitter. Well, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys next time.